Wonder Hussy here in the ghost town of Rhyolite, Nevada. It's technically, I think, considered part of Death Valley. Well, it's right outside the park boundary on the Nevada side of the border. And it's a really cool historic ghost town. It was a mining town of some sort at one time. Unfortunately, there's no reception out here, so I wanted to look up the history of the town so I could tell you guys about it, but all I can say for sure is that it was a historic mining town, and I think it was one of the biggest mining towns in the area. There's a lot of really impressive ruins here. That was the old railroad depot, the Rhyolite Railroad Depot. Look at that architecture. Those giant Joshua trees, beautiful. Sucks that we have to look through this fence, but this is actually a very touristy ghost town. It's not one of my favorite places because it's so easy to get to. It's right off the highway, just outside the town of Beatty, Nevada. So you don't even really have to have any sort of gumption to get out here. This is like an amateur status ghost town, I guess you could call it, but it's still a cool place. And I pass by it all the time, and I've been meaning to take some video here. So I was just on my way back from Death Valley and thought, hey, I'm not in a hurry. For once in my life, I'm not in a hurry. I can stop and take a little bit of time to explore Rhyolite. So let's see what we can find around town. Look how cool this old railroad caboose is. Wow. It's like they turned it into a little cabin. Let's look in the window. I could definitely live in a tiny house this size. It's plenty big enough. Wow, you know what I mean? That'd be just the right size for a cozy, not even a one room, a 2-room cabin. There's another room back there. Could have a private bedroom, and this could be your sitting area. This would be nice. I guess that must be one of the original old railroad cars that used to come into this depot, maybe. That's kind of neat. Oh, let's go see what other kinds of buildings we can find. What's really cool about Rhyolite is, aside from the main buildings, which are, you know, usually touristy, I mean, there's usually quite a few visitors in this town, there's also this sort of wide open valley with all these weird little buildings, structures, cabins that you can just kind of roam around, poke around and explore. Really a cool place. Look at this one. It's like it was just a little old 1-room cabin. Still in decent shape. I mean, look at the wood. Used to make them to last back in the day. Oh, not much in here though. Old box springs, or mattress springs. And just some old debris. Huh. There's another little building. Wonder what this was. It actually still has glass in the windows. Look at that. Can we see through? It's pretty dirty. I don't know if you guys can see in there. It's just an empty room. Let's go around here. Oh wow, look at these windows are shot up. Or somebody threw rocks at them. Why do people do that? You know, come on guys, really? Have some class. Oh, here we go, we can look in here. Huh, I don't know what building this was, but it was 2 rooms, one on the other side of that door, and then this room. Some cool graffiti in here. Look at that old beer can over there. It's a pop top. Let's go to the window and check it out. The old beer can. The old pull tab. Interesting. Creepy little cabin. It'd be a cool place to do a photo shoot. Look, protect your heritage. Please do not disturb the sensitive archaeological area. Yeah, fair enough. Don't shoot out the windows. Then he goes, warning, rattlesnakes. Yikes, I believe it. I mean, this is spring. It's April. It's Easter Sunday, actually. It's Easter today. Happy Easter. So, you know, springtime, the little baby rattlers come out. And I guess they're more dangerous than normal adult rattlers because they haven't yet learned to control their venom. So if they bite you, they just blow their whole load. Whereas an adult snake will just bite you with just enough venom to set you back. I'm just gonna have to be real careful because I'm on my way from a party, kind of like a festival. So I didn't bring hiking boots or anything. I'm just wearing my flip-flops. And I don't have my hiking strike with me, unfortunately. So I just have to be real careful about where I step and not go traipsing around in the bushes too much. Okay, check this foundation out. It's interesting. Look at this door. Now that's what I call a door. Dang, that is a heavy metal door. Heavy metal. Wow. Peaceful little valley here. It's really neat. Let's go around the side of this building, see if we can find anything. Man, whatever was behind these doors here. They were really trying to protect. Maybe it was the jail or the bank. There's no signs or anything telling you what these buildings are. It's weird. I mean, there's bars on the window, so that kind of looks like it might have been a jail, but look inside. This looks like an empty room. No signs of any jail cells or anything. Huh. Could have been a bank or some kind of a storage vault. I mean, this was a mining town. Maybe they kept their valuable ore in there. Huh. You're either trying to keep somebody in or keep somebody out. Now, I know I just kind of dissed Rhyolite by saying it was an amateur ghost town. And I don't mean to blow it off. It's still a really interesting historical place. It's just, you know, it's not really very far off the beaten path, so you gotta, you know, share your space with a lot of German and European tourists come out here, which is cool. I love seeing people like that exploring our history and seeing our cool sites. But, you know, if you want a ghost town experience where you're like out in the middle of nowhere type thing, Rhyolite's not really the ghost town for you. But on the other hand, if you're interested in history and ghost towns, but you can't really hike or get to any off the beaten path places, Rhyolite's the perfect ghost town for you because it's right off a paved road, right outside Beatty, Nevada. Okay, apologies, my GoPro battery just conked out, so I have to shoot the rest of this on my cell phone. So the footage might look a little bit different. But check this out. I mean, these are very impressive ruins here. This big stone building, it's like, I don't know, 4 or 5 story building. So that indicates that Rhyolite was a pretty big deal back in the day. And then there's these little signs here that I guess tell you about it, but God, they're so faded. Doesn't really say what it was. It just says prospering businesses. And then this one says Shriners Parade. So I'm not really sure what this building was, man. Look how beautiful this is. This was a cool building. Here was the main staircase. Maybe it was like the courthouse or something. Wow, look at that. Dang. It's good, well constructed. You know, it lasted this long. That's crazy. It's really a neat place. Huh. Just go look in that door. Just out of curiosity. See what's in that room. I mean, maybe this was a bank, and this room here was a vault. On one hand, I apologize for not doing my research beforehand. I should know this stuff. But on the other hand, it's kind of fun to try and figure it out while you go along. Oh, wow. I hope you can see in here. It's kind of dark. Kind of weird graffiti, and oh my god, it's like 50 degrees cooler down here. It feels amazing. It's a hot day today, so I don't know what this was, man. Go back out. Look at this. It's almost like we're exploring in the ruins of ancient Greece. How neat. Holy cannoli, this building is huge. Wow, so freaking cool. Look at those timbers. This building. It says H.D. and L.D. Porter, 1906. Interesting. Maybe that was some kind of mercantile, general store type deal. I don't know. Pretty cool. God, what a beautiful day. The sky's amazing today. This valley. So this was obviously like downtown Rhyolite, right? You had this big building, you had the railroad depot, you had this mercantile, you had this, which is some other crumbling ruin of something pretty impressive. And then that looked pretty big too. Maybe that was a hotel or something. Really interesting. Okay, now here's one of the most well-known attractions here in Rhyolite. It's the Bottle House. Please sign in. Oh, wow, look. People put all their stickers on here to prove that they were in Rhyolite. That's cool. Oh, wow, look at this. The Highway Thrifters. The sun's kind of crappy. You can't see it. Oh, cool. Oh, look, there's all kind of information in here. So there's a book of all the people that have stopped by. Look, people from all over the place. Santa Clara, California, Fairfax, California, Oakland, Woodburn, Oregon. Wow, Washington. Cool, man. Okay, but let's check out this amazing bottle house. I mean, I guess this guy, Tom Kelly, built his entire house out of old bottles. And that really cool old glass, you know, blue glass. Look how pretty that is. Oh my freaking god, I would love a house with walls made out of bottles. Look how cool this is. see what it says there. The T.A. Snyder Preserves Company. Huh. Oh, Preserves Company. Oh, wow, and then look at this weird rock art. Isn't that cool? Look at all these little, it's like gingerbread houses, but they're made out of cement mosaics. Oh, maybe it's a recreation of the town of Rhyolite. I mean, it's kind of like a little town. There's the church, and then Main Street, all the buildings. There's that big one we just walked by. Oh, wow, far out. I wonder if that's what this is. How cool. I love it. It's like little doll houses. Somebody made these. Walking down Main Street, feeling like a giant. And then come down here, there's this like giant pagoda at the end. That's pretty trippy. Who made this stuff? It's amazing. I love it. Cool. Well, I love how the chimney of this place is a bottle stem. How cool is our bottleneck? That's neat. Oh, look at this. Neat. It looks like somebody, maybe that's a caretaker over there. There are some newer RVs here. Somebody's got to live out here. Keep an eye on the place. Wow, look. See inside the bottle house. Wonder if you can go in. Oh, look, there's the kitchen. That's cool. See if we can get in the door. Man, I just love this aesthetic. Oh, well, look, the door is so high up back here. Maybe there used to be a back porch. Oh, holy cow, look at this giant Joshua tree that blew over. Wow. I mean, that was a monster tree, and then look, you can see its root system, which is really interesting to me. How shallow those roots are. No wonder it blew over so easy. Wow, that thing just came right out of the ground. Oh, that's a bummer, too, because that's a big old Joshua tree. I wonder how old it was. I wonder if Joshua trees are the same as regular trees, where you can count the rings to tell their age. I'm not sure, because they're actually yuccas, I think, or I don't know. They're not normal trees, so you probably can't count their rings. Junk rusted in the sun. Okay, now here's the front porch to the bottle house. Let's see. Nice little bench. Looks like he even had like a glass bottle front porch kind of deal. Look, wow. Let's see if the door's open. Locked. Darn it. How about this one? Also locked. Darn it. You can see they just don't want people to come in here. Like, that was a bedroom, I guess. Looks like there's some kind of a creepy old bed in there. Wow, it's like an abandoned insane asylum. It's kind of creepy. That creepy quilt. Let's see what's over here. Oh, wow. What is that? Sorry, guys. It's a glare on the window. Let me go over to that window. It's the one we looked in at first. Looks like there's something on the table there. I can't read what it says, though. Oh, another creepy bed. Huh. I mean, there are just busted up old cabins and shacks all over this valley. If you're into exploring ruins, Rhyolite's actually not a bad place. I mean, because it's so easy to get to, I'm sure it's all these cabins have been picked clean of anything interesting, personal artifacts wise, but it's still a pretty cool place to just explore around. Yeah, it's so creepy. Let's go in here. This old house. Yikes. Wow. Oh, wow, look at this chair. Dang. This place has seen better days. Looks like maybe it had some built-in shelves there. Nice wood paneling. It was wired for electric. There's the bedroom. Oh, God. Yikes. How'd you like to bunk down in there for the night? Sweet dreams. Yikes. Look at the fireplace. Holy crap. I'd have to be pretty hard up to spend the night in this room. Oh, yikes. Oh, dang. Look at this old car. Now, this thing is not running anytime soon. It doesn't have any wheels. Wow. I mean, it's funny, out here in the desert, you see these rusted cars everywhere, so, like, to me, this isn't even that exciting. But people come here from like Italy or Europe or whatever, and they go bonkers for this kind of stuff. Oh wow, look how cool this is though. It's an Impala. So neat how the rust went all the way around where the emblem was. That's pretty cool. Okay, now the number one thing I really wanted to see here in Rhyolite is this free outdoor art museum. Wait till you see this. Okay, now this place is called the Goldwell Open Air Museum, and it is a trip. I guess some artists came out here and started it to try to juice up Rhyolite a little bit, which is cool. It's nice to see new life being breathed into an old town. The first thing you see when you drive up from Rhyolite, or it's just right outside Rhyolite, is this shoe tree. Well, not really a tree, it's a telephone pole that people have inexplicably decided to leave their shoes on. It's so weird that people do this, but interesting. I mean, look, there's all kind of shoes here. Everything from hippie shoes to sexy shoes to tennies, flip-flops, hiking boots, even some really nice cowboy boots. Dang, those are expensive looking. I don't know why people do that, leave their shoes on a tree. It's so weird. On a pole. Look at this guy, Francesco. Okay, so here's the biggest piece in this open air museum. A big metal silhouette of a miner. He's got a pickaxe. And to me, it looks like a penguin. I mean, you tell me, what else could that possibly be? But why is there a giant miner and a penguin out here? I mean, penguins aren't anywhere near this part of the world. It's so strange. Let's go around the other side. Maybe there's a clue. Nope. So random. Why? Okay, so here's one of the most famous sculptures here. I think it's supposed to be Jesus and a bicycle. Isn't that weird? It's so creepy. It's really neat how this guy did this. It's basically just one big cloth almost that he hardened somehow. It's just a ghostly figure. There's nothing under it. It's kind of cool. Look, no face, no body. Just a cloak, ghost cloak. And there's a whole bunch more of them over here. I don't know if it's the Last Supper or what, but it's interesting. If you look, there's a whole bunch of them lined up here, and they're all facing directly at another guy over there. I wonder, oh look, there's a sign on it. The Last Supper. It is the Last Supper. 1984 by A. Zukalski. Wow. I mean, these figures are so creepy and cool to me. Look at that. I wonder how he did that. It's like plaster. Holy cow, I'm gonna have creepy dreams about these guys. Look. Oh, well, I guess you could probably do all kind of funny photo ops here if you climbed up on there and put your face in there. You know, like, hey, look at me, I'm Jesus. Or, hey, look at me, I'm Judas. Interesting, because look at these, almost look like they were meant to be sat on, like chairs. Huh. What an interesting idea. I'd like to have met this A. Zukalski person. Seemed like he's probably a pretty interesting guy. Or maybe still is a pretty interesting guy. All right, now let's go see what this figure that's facing them is doing. I think he's holding some kind of a tray. No, he's staring at the Last Supper, so... Oh, it's the waiter. He's the waiter for the Last Supper. He's bringing them food. Oh, or that's supposed to be an artist palette. Maybe he's the artist. Huh, interesting. Oh, look, it's one of those stone labyrinths that you wander around, meditation type things. I guess the idea is you just kind of wander around, try to find your way through, and think about life and things while you're doing it. Isn't that cool? So another little funky piece of art out here. Look at this. Wow. All these creepy faces on the ground with bits of glass embedded in them. Wow. So weird. Okay, here's another really interesting piece. I've seen pictures of this too. It's a sexy naked lady built out of cinder blocks. I think those are cinder blocks. Just painted them. Check it out up close. So weird. Like, whose concept was this? These artists, they're kooky. Wow, the iconic blonde. With a little blonde woohoo and two square hoo-haws. That's a cool shot with the clouds there. I don't know. I know a lot of people probably think this is stupid art. I think it's cool, man. I like it. Oh, I guess she's supposed to be kneeling. Oh, look, they even gave her a booty. Her hair is pretty long. Wow, it's like a Lego Barbie or Cubist Barbie. Okay, wow, now this looks like it is the museum office, which is really cool. Look, here's some information. Sorry, it's so friggin' windy. About the museum, and it says that the way he's a Belgian artist, this Albert Stuzelski, and he wrapped live models in fabric soaked in wet plaster. So that's really neat. And then this tells you a little bit about some of the other pieces. Oh, so that miner and the penguin, it's a tribute to Shorty Harris, a legendary prospector in Rhyolite. His hopeful companion, a penguin, reflects the optimism of the miner's endeavor. It's so weird. I wonder if did he really have a penguin? He couldn't have. Then that Barbie was the Venus of Nevada, Lady Desert. That's a pretty cool pixelated presence in the high-tech world of the 21st century. Yeah. Really cool. Wow. Oh, he died. The artist died in 2000. It says, for Albert, America and the West represented a place of ultimate freedom where he had permission to pursue his artistic vision unfettered by historical precedent or convention. It makes sense. It's true. Like, I guess you have sort of a sense of promise in America that you wouldn't have in Europe. Because in Europe, everything is owned by somebody and it has been owned by somebody for thousands of years. So it's not like there's a lot of public lands you could just walk around and check stuff out like this. Build crazy sculptures, you know? Now here, this is a cool piece, man. Look at this mosaic sofa. I love this. I'd love to have something like this in my backyard. Wow, look at how much time this must have taken. Beautiful. All these like weird little eyeballs and the hands. These weird little built-in cup holders or ashtrays. So interesting. I really like this thing. Nice, solid sofa. Wow. Poker chips. There's all kind of Nevada-related stuff in here. It's pretty cool. Oh, mirrors. Hi. Oh, look. Wow. It's those old magnet letters. Did you guys have those when you were a kid? Like magnet letters and numbers on a magnet board? Oh, look. Rio, Las Vegas. Far out. This thing is a trip. You sit on this couch and just enjoy the view of Desert Lady, the Venus of Nevada, and the Last Supper, and then good old Shorty Harris and his penguin. So funny. Wow, it's just a beautiful day. I could sit here on this mosaic stone bench for hours just watching the sunset and staring at the booty of the Venus of Nevada. But unfortunately for me, I've got to get on the road and get home. I still have another 90 minutes to Vegas, and I've got a lot of things to do, including but not limited to editing and uploading this video. So that was Rhyolite. Really a cool place and definitely worth a stop. I know I came in a little bit sour at the beginning, like, oh, this is an amateur ghost town. Definitely worth a stop, definitely. So it's only 90 miles from Vegas. If you ever come to town and you have a rental car, check it out.